So many people talk about Kilimanjaro is like just a hike. There's no ropes, there's no technical climbing, and anyone can do it. But here's the reality. Over 50,000 people attempt Kilimanjaro every year, and roughly 35% of them fail. And it's not because they're not fit. It's not because they didn't train, but because they followed the wrong strategy. After guiding climbers to the summit of over 55 times, this is what I can tell you. Success on Kilimanjaro has very little to do with fitness and everything to do with how you approach the mountain. In this video, I want to break this down for you. Why most climbers fail, why almost every company gets it wrong, and how we built a system that gets 98% of the clients to the summit. So Kilimanjaro is 19,341 feet above sea level. That's not just a hike, that's altitude. And altitude doesn't care. It doesn't care how strong you are, how much you've trained, or even how confident you feel. And that's the biggest mistake right there. People think this is just a physical challenge. It's not. You see, it's a physiological and strategic challenge. And most operators, they push the popular routes, follow fixed itineraries, more groups, and then all at the same pace. That's where things start to actually break down. Because 90% of climbers are funneled into Lemosho and the Machami. Those are the two most popular routes right now. Why? Because they are popular, because they're easy to sell. But popularity doesn't equal performance. Here's what typically happens. There's no true acclimatization strategy. There's long draining days early in the itinerary, crowded camps. The midnight summit pushes people in the freezing darkness, and that combination, fatigue, poor adaptation plus altitude, is why people fail. The industry average is 65% success rate. I don't feel that's acceptable for a mountain like Kilimanjaro. We do things differently. Not slightly differently, completely differently. So, what route do I recommend? Umbwe plus South Circuit. Let me be clear. This is not the Umbwe Direct, which gets a lot of hate on the internet. That route is rushed and dangerous. I've done it many times. What we do is strategic. We start at the quietest gate on the mountain. We move through Umbwe to access the South Circuit. We build a true acclimatization day at Barranco, and we use Kosovo and even higher than Barafu as a camp that we pioneered. This works because less crowd stress, better pacing, true altitude adaptation, extra recovery, and a smarter summit approach. And most importantly, we don't rush people on the mountains. We read the climbers as we go. Most companies, they start their summit at midnight. They rush in the freezing cold, plus it's dark. There's a psychological effect on that. Plus they pack the summit at sunrise. We don't do that. We summit later in the morning. What that means is you have better energy, there's better conditions, there's less crowding, there's more control. And on a summit day, we offer a 1-to-1 guide to client ratio. So that allows every climber on the hardest day to move at their own pace, not the group's pace. The result, well, the industry, 65%. We, MCA, we've not gotten everybody to the top. We're at the high 90s, 98%. But that's not luck. That's strategy and experience. So, if you're thinking of even climbing Kilimanjaro, just thinking about it, you need to understand this before you go. So I put together a full breakdown of this, the route, the strategy, what actually matters, what most companies won't tell you. And you can download this you can download the full Kilimanjaro expedition guide below. It's in the description. And if you're serious about climbing, well, comment Kili below and you can talk to me directly and I'll point you in the right direction. See you in the next video.